Trying this new drink here. Company's called Station Latte.
Okay.
Cold brew coffee plus oat milk. Blended Canadian grown gluten-free oats.
Wow.
Drinking my oats, all right?
Sounds very organic.
I don't know. Oat base, cold brew coffee, cane sugar, sunflower oil, cocoa powder, natural flavors. Why is it they can write natural flavors? I'm just like, all right.
Isn't everything
That's what
natural?
I thought.
No.
I don't know. It also is kind of vague. Like I gotta invent in my own head what a natural flavor is. I gotta fill in the blanks with natural flavors.
What do you think it is? Some sort of extract?
It must be so.
Concentrate?
It must be so minor that they're allowed to get away with just lumping it into natural flavors.
Sure.
You know, but I don't know. Like vanilla, that's a natural flavor. Mint, that's a natural flavor. Like, why don't you write it then? It must not be so appetizing. Whatever those other natural flavors are, some sort of stabilizer or something.
Right.
I'm not. It sounds like I'm trying to call these people out. I'm really not. Your stuff looks really natural, and you're from Toronto. So Station Cold Brew, 120 to 140 milligrams of caffeine. So we'll see if that actually is potent enough as this show progresses to get me going right. On
How are you feeling today?
What is today? What is today?
It's a Monday.
Shut the hell up! It's a Monday.
May 1st.
Wake up! It's a gosh darn Monday. Tell you what.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Timmy's. Timmy's got replaced by Station.
How's it taste?
So it's a little bit coffee-like and a little bit chocolate-like. Because I guess this is the mocha flavor.
Okay.
It tastes like a chocolate milk plus coffee.
Mocha?
That's what the mocha means.
Yeah.
Do you ever mix those things, chocolate and coffee?
No, I usually don't.
I think it's too.
I would imagine it tastes pretty good.
I think it's a complementary flavor set.
Is it?
I would say so. If I dare say so myself.
Is it sweet?
Not too much. I'm very
Yeah.
specific about that. You can't oversweet me or I'll be pissed. This is 11 G's, 11 grams of sugar. It's pretty low.
Okay.
For a 330. So we're going to take that to the bank and cash it.
Right on.
If you don't mind. You've been working hard, haven't you?
Sure.
Well, I don't know. I came over here I walked all the way over there. You were at that table over there.
Yeah, gathering stories.
And then Jack was saying this and that. And then you were like, "Oh, we got a show today. You best get out my way."
Well, it's really up to the team. I'm just kind of here.
Well, you told people
whenever you're ready.
You told people they best get out your way, though.
I just pushed Jack.
That's right.
He's like, "Hey."
Here we have Don Quixote. He says, "I'm a lawyer representing my client CNN. Can we talk?"
Oh.
That's good humor. That's deep. That's deep community humor because you got to be on the inside to understand what he's talking about there.
You got to stop saying that. We're going to die.
Do I? Yeah. We'll never die. They can't kill us. They try to kill us. We only get bigger, Will.
Oh, yeah?
If they come at us, the community's going to just pump us even more.
Right.
Just to compensate for them coming after us. They try to take us down a peg. Community lifts us up 2 pegs. They try to get 1 from us, 1 subtraction, 2 additional.
Right.
That's how we do it. So, after Steve, I presume they're talking about jobs. What is this, a book?
It's a book, yes.
Examines the tensions that led to Johnny Ive's departure from Apple. Oh, post Steve Jobs Apple, him and Tim going their separate ways. What a breakup.
Can you guess why?
I mean, okay, well, first of all, I'm sure there's some salacious.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure there's some controversial aspect because you want to sell a book, right? So you got to have those pieces. There could be some type of disconnect as far as vision is concerned. I would imagine. I've always seemed to be very particular whenever you see him on the keynote, he would come in there. He was talking about chamfered edges and whatnot. And then on top of that, I think, and this is definitely not what it's going to say. This is definitely not what you're going to tell me. But I tend to think that there's also just kind of natural and healthy movement that goes on where you might want to go after some other project at some point. But you're going to tell me something else that's far more controversial. So go ahead.
Yes, the salacious.
Let me know.
So, yeah, I guess in this particular article, well, the book is coming out May 3rd. So get ready for it.
Easy, Will.
I'm totally ready for it.
How does one get ready for this?
I'm sold.
What do we do? Do we got to do 20 push-ups a day? How do we get ready for this?
You just got to buy it.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
Yeah,
I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready then.
At least in this article, they kind of focus on the Apple Watch. And Johnny Ives really wanted a specific way that the Apple Watch should be launched. So he opted for, I think it was like a $25 million tent.
Tent?
Yeah, for the launch of the first Apple Watch. And he wanted like a fashion kind of trend. Where there would be celebrities and...
Well, they also had that, what was her name? Angela Earhart. What was her name? She was the retail and she came from a fashion company. And then she departed as well. I just can't remember how you pronounce her name exactly. Angela Earhart. No.
No?
That's Amelia Earhart. That's the plane.
The pilot.
Angela... You're gonna have to do like an Angela Apple, or someone in the chat can help us if they're faster. She was the head of retail at Apple, and she came from a fashion company. I think it was Burberry. Burberry, yeah. Somebody just said the Burberry part too. See, we're remembering the same elements here, and no, you got to change that last name because that's somebody else who's really famous. Arentz. Angela Arentz. Arentz? Anyway, whatever, it's close. Yes, so CEO of Burberry from 2006 to 2014, and then the president of Apple Retail 2014 to 2019.
Right.
And so I don't know if Johnny had anything to do with that, but she came around that same time. So it could have been a conversation or a debate internally about how to launch the thing, because now you had this crossover into an actual fashion item.
It is, yeah.
Because you're wearing it.
And overall, it was successful. So it did happen. Tim Cook gave the approval, but Johnny said that it was really hard to get it done. So that was like one of the main pain points. Another pain point was the emphasis on having like a bunch of design teams. Since Apple's growing, they have a lot of like design teams that he had to lead. And that was really hard for him because he couldn't manage that and also be like the head of design where he wanted to design things, right? So what happened was they assigned him the chief design officer, which we know about at that point. And that kind of led him to be more of just like a singular vision and do more design stuff. But then it was hard because there were so many teams that he didn't know, he had no clue. Like everything was just kind of like no transparency, no order. So it was tough on both ends. And then that kind of led him to start his company, Love From, according to this article. It was a lot.
I don't think there's ever been a moment.
That was a lot of explaining.
I don't think there's ever been a moment in the history of Lou Later that has required so heavily a go ahead, Will.
Yeah,
that was the most go ahead, and you were just you were gone.
Yes,
you were down. You were halfway down. You love this.
This is very interesting to me because as a designer, I feel like
as a designer,
yeah, I I can relate to Johnny Ives
You're on fire today.
as a designer.
You hit him with the whole synopsis, followed by the as a designer.
Yeah.
Damn.
There's parts of this that I can really relate to.
I see.
You know?
I understand. Yeah.
And having the job of designing iPhones and iPads and like the Macs and stuff.
Well,
like,
it's one of
who
those
has time to manage teams.
Well, it's one of those things too where you, as a designer, have a very intimate relationship with the things that you make.
Yeah.
And then to feel that there's a resistance in the portion of the product life, if you feel unsupported or like the marketing piece or the sales piece is not what you had envisioned as you went through this refinement process of designing the product, I can understand why you could potentially get emotional about that.
Sure.
And there's a quote there that I'm seeing. He would tell colleagues that the debate over the event, that was just the launch event, not the product, the event, and the larger struggle over the watch's marketing were among the first moments that he felt unsupported at Apple. Just the feeling of lacking support enough to potentially alter his perception and his motivation going forward in a sense. Now, if or when you had Jobs involved, they had done the thing collectively, built the thing collectively. They had been there. They had history.
Yes.
And so even if there was a conversation around a marketing tactic, you presume there would have been tremendous respect in both directions.
Yes.
Between Ive and Jobs. That those are the right people to critique one another because of the history.
Respect. Yes. I totally agree.
Respect, transparency, history, relationship, track record. That's just the right combination. But when you have a new boss and there you could imagine there being some question there over how much respect is being extended in either direction. Right? Once the place is going to change to some extent. Now, Tim Cook has been tremendously successful over there. Some continue to say to this day that even with his success, that it's a different place. And the Jobs component gets talked about all the time. All the time. Certainly, shortly after he died, it came up every 2 seconds, every comment. It's not the same. But the Johnny Ive version, maybe talked about a little bit less, maybe not talked about enough.
Yes.
In the sense that he kind of quietly moved away. And he said, I'll still do a project here and there for you, but I kind of want to do some other things. So yeah, if this book is gonna grant you some insight into a much quieter departure than the Jobs one, I could see that being very interesting for those that are interested in Apple. Absolutely. I'll do one more quote from the book. Few knew the extent of Mr. Ives' battles. Few were aware of his clash with Apple's finance team. Few understood how draining he found it to fight over marketing the watch, a product that had increased sales over time and become core to the company's $38 billion wearable business. Yet many could recognize the tediousness of annually updating the company's iPhones, iPads, and Macs. The excitement around a new product, well, I mean, the rumor on Tim was that he's a supply chain guy, that he's very meticulous with the management of, efficiency, money, timeliness, shipping, negotiations with suppliers. Jesse's here for the CNN Plus. I think we've actually, you want to know something? We've exceeded CNN Plus caliber here on this particular in-depth topic. Thank you, Jesse. But yes, I can see that being an issue because I would imagine Johnny Ive being more on the artistic side would be like, nope, it's got to be this way. Don't tell me about that bottom line. Don't show me those sheets anymore. I'm not interested in those line items. You know, I spent a year on this thing, and you're going to tell me about this tent, my expensive tent? This is going to be part of the $38 billion. This is our next big product segment. I don't know that he actually had that exchange like that. He seemed like a slightly quieter guy, but you never know. Maybe he comes on the keynote and he gets all sultry and whatnot. But behind closed doors with just him and Tim, it goes up like that.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. That could happen.
It's a possibility. So anyway, all right. Nice little promo for the book there. Shout out Trip Mickle that wrote it. How Apple became a $1 trillion company and lost its soul.
That title is a bit much, but
is that the title of this episode of this show? I think it should be, actually. Whatever you have the title of this video right now, you have to change it to that, because that's an absolutely killer title. What you have to do is title this broadcast right now, How Apple Lost Its Soul. That's what you have to title this. Okay, Will?
Right now?
No, not right this second. Okay. I mean, like, eventually after the live broadcast is over.
All right.
Because then people will be clicking on it. Oh. But some will be angry. They'll be like, you're an Apple hater. They don't realize I have every Apple product that ever existed. You don't click, you don't see. You don't click, you don't see. You don't watch, we don't talk.
But in your opinion...
we're going back. Here we go. Go ahead, Will.
Do you think Apple really lost its soul after Steve Jobs?
Well, thank you for the CNN Plus Take My Money. It lost its soul it's a slippery on purpose. Like, what is the soul of a company? Oftentimes it is the founder of the company. It would be a way to describe it. In life, in many's perception of what a soul happens to be, it's not exactly a thing that you can put in a container and then transfer over to somebody else. It goes, you go, it goes, Will. Right?
What about the people around you? They stay.
Okay, but I don't think that's the typical interpretation of soul.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know how people...
Yeah, I think you're right. I think part of it is also vision.
If you had said how Apple lost its vision, then that's different.
It is different.
Or how Apple changed its vision. But these are not titles. These are not clickers.
No. Soul is like deep down.
These are not clickers.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I understand the correlation that they're trying to make over here. I think it's different. I think Apple is different. I think Apple's tremendously successful. I think Apple makes good products. And Tim's been there now forever doing that without Steve. But there will never be another Steve. There will never be another come up. There will never be another storyline. And there will never be another first iPod. And there will never be another first iPhone. And I think when you're able to look backwards, there is a part that feels like it's gone in the sense that we've all gone through that together. We all benefited in a way. The whole marketplace benefited in a way from some of that vision, let's call it, or soul, whatever you want to, whichever term you prefer.
Even their competitors.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the whole marketplace, the whole marketplace, consumers, competitors, technology in general, progress, whatever you want to label it. I mean, it's arguable whether we're still going that direction. And maybe that's another thing to talk about. Like, you could probably have a book that's way more broad and say how technology lost its soul. How every device we have now is just a portal to social media or addiction or escape or like whatever. I mean, there's a lot of history there as far as Steve having been on the record about how he envisioned these things being used, right? How happy do you think Steve was that his phone became a Facebook machine? Like, what is the significance of the phone when the products you actually interact with on the device? And I know some of this has changed, and there's many ways that people spend their time online. But think about the actual companies you use the hardware as a portal to get to. And we often talk in Apple's case about this walled garden, this ecosystem. And sure, there's a Apple TV Plus and plus this and that. But people still boot up their iPhone and they go on WhatsApp and they go on Instagram and they go on Facebook and they go on YouTube and they go on... YouTube used to be prepackaged on this thing.
Yes.
They had a deal. And people go on Spotify. They load up their iPhone. They go... So it's... Now, I'm not implying that any of these things are immediately and always negative. I'm just saying that the significance or the... maybe that's the wrong word. The hardware in a way is kind of diminished. It's all really good. These are all great little portals. Am I using the word portal because Facebook had a product called that? Maybe. That might be why. But they all... That's really... It kind of killed the imagination from a hardware perspective to a certain extent, because it was like, well, we've all got to log into these formats, and the formula can't be all that crazy. Like even this phone, I'm using this folding phone in order to experiment with other formats. But if I go onto the big screen, which is an odd aspect ratio, there's all kinds of things in social media that are kind of busted and don't really seem right on the bigger display. Like YouTube thumbnails are way too low res on that display at that scale. They look terrible. Or some of the shorts that you watch, which are formatted portrait, don't really make sense on that internal display, which is almost like sort of 4:3. So it's like, what makes these things good is that they're compatible with everything. That they're compatible with everything you might want to do with them. And you don't have to worry about that. But it also kind of kills the imagination to a certain point, because prior to that, we had to figure out what all those formats were. And it was messy. But the messiness was kind of exciting, because it was like, I don't know what the apps of the future are going to be. I don't know what the formats of the future are going to be. I don't know what web video looks like. I don't know what games on mobile look like. Every single gateway was opening a door to this vast imagination. And there's just less of that now, in the sense of a lot of these formats have been figured out. And a lot of these players are entrenched now and incredibly successful and robust. Who are you waving at over there?
It's Vin.
Oh, Vin's coming on the show. Vin, what are the chances?
Come on.
Right at the perfect moment. We got everything today. Politics.
I think he might be eating, though.
What else does Vin like besides politics? Don't worry, we're not talking about politics. I'm joking around.
Johnny Depp.
Oh, Johnny Depp. I feel like he would know something about that. So.
Oh, here he comes.
Yeah. So anyway, it's a tough word. I can't answer for certain, but I think a lot of this has to do with people's own nostalgia as well, where people might have a what do they call it? Rose-colored lenses when they look in reverse, and then so in that sense, yeah, I get it. But anyway, here's Vin. He's like walking in super slow. Switch to his angle. Let people just take it all in. What's going on here? He walked in really slow. Otis is more excited than he is, but also not giving him his seat. And yeah,
he's gonna take his time, anyways.
You know what's funny? I think there is a possibility that there are superior formats. By the way, somebody just said, "I like the format of Lou Later." Yeah, there is a possibility that it's fine. Like, by the way, I wasn't trying to imply that all formats have to change all the time in order to be exciting. Some are just better than others. Sometimes newer is not better, and something is tried and true, and there's something to be said about that as well. Well,
sure, I can agree.
You got sometimes simple is okay. Maybe in the future we're all holding the simplest rectangle possible. It's quite possible.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Vin. You've disrupted the show. You walked right through the frame. You marched in the back. The dogs barked. You did not announce that you were coming here today.
No.
So we're going to need to get to the bottom of exactly what's going on.
Well, hockey, Leafs, watching the game.
You mean like later tonight?
Yeah.
That microphone.
You're really hot.
That microphone is way too close to you.
Yeah,
we
just
don't
push it down a little
need
bit.
that. Push the whole thing down, Vin. Yeah, okay. More.
You want me
More. Push your right hand down. There you go.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Will was jumped out of his chair over there. So you have come up here early in preparation of watching a Leaf game later.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's quite the lifestyle you're living there, Vin. Did you eat breakfast today? Did you eat anything yet today?
Yeah.
What'd you have?
Sandwich from Loblaws.
What was on it?
Club.
Club sandwich?
Yep.
Was there
Turkey club.
Was there a pickle on the side?
No. Underrated sandwich though.
Was
Good
the bread fresh?
Bread is good.
Bread is good. I agree. You a bread guy, Will?
I love bread.
Do you have a preference? Like a type of bread you like?
I like a good rye.
That's
Pretty good.
nice.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, anyway, we're glad to have you here, Vin. You've really saved the day. This show was going nowhere until you got here.
Oh yeah, right.
It's going nowhere. God, look at the ad that you got on the right there. Oreo churros.
Oh, that looks great.
Holy, what do you even do with that? What? It's in the frozen section. So it's ice cream in the middle. Damn. That's pretty cool. Apple has been hit with an EU antitrust charge over its NFC payment technology. Apple said to have restricted third-party access to key technology necessary to develop rival mobile wallet solutions on Apple's devices. This whole walled garden thing, not as easy as it sounds. You try to make your thing. You try to say it's about security. You try to give people a certain experience. And then the antitrust guys come in there and they say, you got to open this up. You can't.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder, like even with Tesla, because they're having those meetings about the electrification
Their supercharger network.
America. And it was only a matter of time if they continue to be successful that those antitrust types could be like, yeah, you can't just have all this proprietary stuff going on.
Yeah, the thing you're doing, do the opposite.
Yeah, open it up. But I think they were a little bit proactive in the sense that they said, okay, yeah, we're going to open it up. Apple, on the other hand, has been resistant. The whole Epic situation, everything else, and they use the security component and the privacy component as the main defense for why you wouldn't want something to be opened up, because them controlling things like how payments are made on the phone, the App Store, et cetera, they claim that's the essence of the experience on the device. That they sell it as being secure, and if they open these things up, then they're going to be susceptible, and their strategic advantage goes away. Apple faces a possible hefty fine and may open up its mobile payment system to competitors after EU antitrust regulators charged the iPhone maker with restricting rivals' access to its technology used for mobile wallets. This marks the second EU charge against Apple after EU regulators last year accused the company of distorting competition in the music streaming market following a complaint from Spotify. The European Commission said on Monday it had sent a charge sheet known as a statement of objections to Apple detailing how the company had abused its dominant position in markets for mobile wallets on iOS devices. Yeah, I mean, we got to have options for mobile wallets, I guess, for mobile payments if I want to use something else. But what I don't understand is, can I not just put Google Pay and such on an iPhone? I can, right? I don't know. I haven't used an iPhone exclusively in a while, but I feel like it's in the iOS App Store. Is it?
I believe so. Could be wrong, but
Apple Pay is only one of many options available to European consumers for making payments and has ensured equal access to NFC while setting industry-leading standards for privacy and security, the company said in a statement. I mean, I knew they were going to say that.
mm-hmm. They got to put that in there.
I knew they were going to say that. But I guess I still want options. Like whenever I've got a Samsung phone, like I do right now, I have Samsung Pay, I have Google Pay. I have both. You're saying why? Well, I like to get to the bottom of which I prefer, and for whatever reason. I was at the Jays game yesterday and on Saturday. I was 2 days in a row. I was over there. Shout out to everybody I met at the rec room, if you were there, and at the game. But I was able to put my Ticketmaster tickets right into Google Pay, and it was from the Ticketmaster app. So I'm inside the Ticketmaster app. I accepted the tickets because it was a whole team that went, and they all ordered it together. Mm-hmm. And so I accept the tickets, which were transferred over to me, and then I immediately clicked just add to Google Pay. So I didn't need to like make an account, nothing. And I put it into, maybe I have a Ticketmaster account. It doesn't matter. It went right into my Google Pay. So then it's, for me, just like a double tap, and then I'm scanning. And I don't have to go back through my email or download a Ticketmaster app that I'm not going to use very frequently. Mm-hmm. The Samsung Pay option wasn't there. Now, I'm sure Apple Pay has similar options, but what I'm trying to say is if one app innovates or creates connections with other apps that makes it easier to use for whatever reason, I want that feature. I want to be using whatever, for me, I perceive as being the best. Mm-hmm. And the only way for that to happen is to have a competitive marketplace where companies are able to even do that. Mm-hmm. So I get it. I think there are certain circumstances that do require this type of inquiry. Mm-hmm. Apple employees are being asked to show up to work at what? Vin, you want to read this headline?
Yeah, it's title.
You want to read this headline, Vin?
It's from Red State, so.
Oh, it's from Red State, all right. You know, well, look, you see the American flag where it says VIP? You become a VIP, you get an American flag beside you. Will's just trying to set the stage because his news feed is equal parts Red State, Blue State, which is healthy, by the way.
Sure, yeah.
It's healthy. And so we've definitely got an opinion piece here, because the headline to this story, Apple employees suggesting that being asked to show up to work is racist. Now, I don't know if we have a quote or something to back that up.
Right there.
We got a quote? It doesn't make sense to hire smart people and then tell them what to do. We hire smart people so they can tell us what to do. Steve Jobs. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't about this specifically.
You can't make this stuff up. Apple employees are telling the company that its request to have them return to the office is in effect racist. In a Friday open letter available here, 200 employees from a group called Apple Together complained about the company's decision to have workers return to the office after a long COVID hiatus. Okay, we're going to have to dig a little deeper here. Go to the next paragraph. Trying to convince them coming to the office will evidently make Apple younger, whiter, more male-dominated, more neuronormative, more able-bodied. In short, it will lead to privileges deciding who can work for Apple, not who'd be the best fit. Privileges like being born in the right place so you don't have to relocate, or being young enough to start a new life in a new city or country, or having a stay-at-home spouse who will move with you. And privileges like being born into a gender that society doesn't expect the majority of care work from. So it's easy to disappear into an office all day without doing your fair share of unpaid work in society, or being rich enough to pay others to do your care work for you. We are not asking for everyone to be forced to work from home. We are asking to decide for ourselves together with our teams and direct manager what kind of arrangement works best for each one of us, be that in an office or work from home or a hybrid approach. Stop treating us like school kids who need to be told when to be where and what homework to do. Well, I mean, this is a group of 200 members, to be clear. Mm-hmm. I'm just by nature are not representative of the entirety of Apple, which is an enormous company. So that's important to note. Mm-hmm. 200 employees are part of this group, Apple Together. I have heard, not just in Apple, but elsewhere, I've heard of this idea. Many are resistant to go back to work. They've just gotten used to the idea of working from home.
Uh-huh.
Now, taking it to the extent of with all this series of reasons why you should be able to work from home. I mean, I'm sure that there's all kinds of complexities as to why this might work for some and not for others. And it's I don't think it's fully encompassed in this particular paragraph that you've highlighted here.
Yeah.
Well, I think you know, the argument is you just prefer it, you like it.
Then you can't write an entire document and post it over here if that's all it says. Hey, we should be allowed to work from home. We prefer it.
Yeah, but there's
no leverage there.
It helps your argument, or it's just a more honest argument.
Well, this is you're flexing some. You're looking for some leverage here. You're looking for some pressure here. These are buzzwords. This is pressure. Can't you feel it? Or is that too hard for you as a white male? Isn't that your excuse why you work from home, Vin? You're just freeing up opportunities for anybody who's not you? I don't know, man. Listen,
these are I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, they would have been working in the office prior to this. You would think at least the majority of them.
That's
maybe
annoying.
not.
That noise is annoying. Back door one open.
Well, you guys have that.
Yeah, why is this door open? This door's never open.
It's the back
that would
door.
require someone to get up.
Well,
and
the thing
close
is,
it.
they keep going in and out of the back door, but like that door, that door is where the noise comes from, right from the alarm.
Oh, right, yeah.
So
Well,
it's about
if
3
we
times
close
as
the
loud.
door,
I'm sure in the chat they hear it. Back door open. Back door open.
All right, well.
I'm gonna have to write a petition or something. I'm gonna have to get some signatures. Get rid of the back door open.
Yeah, I mean, this is occurring everywhere. It's going to be the battle of
here's the thing. Do you remember? You remember, Vin?
Which is, I mean, every
you remember? Go ahead.
Well, no, every corporation is in this fight right now. I mean, the group is shrinking.
Damn, Vin came in today. Vin's ready today.
No.
Normally he's tight-lipped. Go ahead, Vin. Go ahead. Let him have it.
No, I'm just saying the groups are shrinking. I mean, then it just gets down to both sides, the fight you want to take, who lets up and just says, but I don't know, the way things are trending.
Let me tell you what's going on here. Let me tell you what's going on here, Vin. You remember when you went to high school and they said to you, hey, you can take this class over here. It's called law class. Remember that? Did you take that class?
Mm-hmm.
Will, did you take that class?
I don't remember.
Well, what were you? Of all of us, you should remember. Out of this group here of 3, I feel like you would be at the top of the high school memory department. Anyway, you go in there and you would be presented a case and you would have what's called a mock debate.
Yeah, a mock trial.
A mock trial, mock debate, whatever it might be. Or just a debate, I guess. But it would be a fake scenario. And I remember I got placed on the side of the argument that I didn't personally agree with. You know, young high school aged.
Mm-hmm.
I got placed in the scenario of defending the killer. I mean, not it wasn't an actual murder trial, but I'm saying the equivalent of that on a lower scale, that you would be on the side of a debate and that you would take on the challenge of making the argument as best you could, even though you weren't necessarily in agreement with it. That is something you can do.
Mm-hmm.
And once you start, and by the way, I'm not saying that that's necessarily exactly what's going on here, but once you get into a conversation or an argument, you are searching for leverage. You're searching for an advantage. You're searching for persuasion. And this set of buzzwords, this type of persuasion is currently effective. It's currently effective.
Why can't the argument just be lifestyle choice? Like, is it such an important thing to have people going to an office building or a headquarters, what have you, Monday to Friday? I think that you can. I think that, I mean, there are countries that reduce, the number of work days per week. I mean, I think that's the direction you go. I don't know if this is. This just makes it, I don't know. More complicated.
Apple's argument is that that it has its own culture, and that it requires the mixing of certain teams and projects, and to have people in the same place becomes a contributing factor to that culture. And they would say creativity, and they would have a whole laundry list of reasons why they think it's more effective for them as a company to have people coming into the office, even if it's infrequently. And that's how you end up with petitions like this, is because Apple, after COVID started to lighten up, they said, nah, you got to come back. And it was controversial at the time. People said the things you said. On the other side, Shopify, Canadian company, tech company, they went the other direction. They said, oh, that worked. Forget about our office. Bye-bye. Work from home. Stay remote. So this has to do a lot with how a company envisions what success and failure looks like for them, and how they perceive the effects of having people physically there or not there.
Their productivity ideas, what you're getting at, being together. There must be, I don't know.
There's all types of breakout rooms and chit chats, and I think Apple is smart. I mean, they probably have all types of productivity measures. There's probably a lot of people. There's probably some people eating Cheetos at home, Vin. Let's tell the truth right here. You tell me there's not one or two out of those 300 that are eating Cheetos?
I mean, it wasn't difficult to see all of this coming at the beginning of this. I mean, as soon as the working from home thing, I mean, it was always gonna. It's just how do you ease everyone back into the pre-times? I mean, it's I don't think you're never going to get 100%. It's just, what do you do with those groups then? I don't know if the
they don't even say. Look at the word they write in the headline: office bound work. What is that?
Yeah,
that's like a new term. Office bound, like you are bound to the office to get work done.
To a certain degree,
makes it sound like prison.
Well, to a certain degree, you have to think that talks were taking place behind the scenes, and then things weren't going anywhere. That leads to this being public with it, anyways.
You want to know something though? Some of these companies, like Apple, are so.
I would argue, be honest, something's going on at their offices that they feel is super important.
Oh baby. You know what they're pumping in that HVAC?
Well,
the songbirds in the HQ.
Something.
You're talking about mass hypnosis. You talking about cult-like behavior. You talking about Kool-Aid. Those are some serious accusations, man.
Well, Spotify doesn't, or
Shopify
doesn't care.
You can't get
which to them, I don't think. I mean, you save on the real estate, or whatever. I don't know if they really need too much.
Well, I don't know if this is important or not, but Shopify is a software company, and Apple is also a software company, but they're also a hardware company. So that there would be design teams that would, be physically inspecting and manipulating and prototyping designs in California as well.
How important to Apple is their headquarters?
Oh my God! Well, you talking about the spaceship?
The imagery, the whole like. Why?
You nuts? That thing could lift off at any time. You kidding? That thing took 20 years to build.
For the brand,
it's
like,
an infinite loop. It's infinity.
That's what I'm saying. So for these brands, these headquarters.
Oh baby, $4 billion, $5 billion. It's a huge investment, massive. And Tim can't be there alone. He gets lonely. Tim's like, "Where's my people at?" He goes, "Look, so you know how long he has to walk to see somebody in there? Everybody's working from home. Everybody's sleeping at home." He goes, "Hello? Anybody?" His phone's just pinging off. Yeah, man, I don't know. Maybe they have some insight that eventually people at home get lonely, or maybe they have some insight. I don't know. Like I said, they're a smart company. They're worth $1 trillion. They've had a massive effect on society. They probably have metrics we're not looking at, and they got to get that HVAC going. They got to kick up that HVAC and get you in there so you can breathe that rarefied air at infinite loop, and you can go see the chef and be like, "Damn, I like working here." Well, let's think of it this way. If you're working from home, you may have more power. Here's why. Because the actual transition process to another job working from home is nothing. No relocation. You're like a free agent, right? Your real estate doesn't matter. I don't know what type of contract you have, but you can snap your fingers, get a better offer, and be like, "Oh, I'm programming for these guys now."
Yeah.
And maybe there's a lack of leverage, and maybe Apple knows that. Oh, they're going to get poached. All of a sudden, they're getting offers from Facebook or a bunch of Web3 companies or whatever it might be, Amazon. And those other companies are like, "Yeah, go ahead. You can work from home." And then all of them collectively have to become more competitive with their offers and such. Whereas if you go to Apple's HQ, you're like, "Look at me. I'm walking around infinite. It's a culture," so on and so forth.
But everyone's having to deal with it. Like, isn't Facebook as well having to kind of deal with similar type things?
Every tech company is going through this right now. The office thing, the getting back into the office thing. And I don't think it will ever be the same, but I also don't think they're going to give up on the idea of having some people physically nearby at some point. Willie Doo's moving us forward, Vin, because we really got snagged there. And there's no way we could have predicted how motivated you were today when you came in. In fact, we couldn't even predicted that you were coming here. But then when you came in with that level of motivation, Willie Doo got blindsided. He had a list of tabs.
I don't even know.
And you love the Apple topic. You love it with the working from home.
Wow, it wasn't difficult to see this coming.
Yeah. Well, we have another one. This one's going to be easier for you. McDonald's left with millions of dollars of Russian food. It can't use. Sanctions. Can't use that food. Look at that clip right there of McDonald's opening in Russia. You see that? That's optimism right there, Vin. That's the American dream.
That's comfort.
Anywhere you go in the world, just look for the golden arches. The glowing golden arches to welcome you as you get off your airplane. No. Don't you worry about that domestic cuisine. You know what you're here for. You know why you traveled halfway across the world for another Big Mac. Quarter pounder. McChicken. Filet-O-Fish. The company announced last month it would temporarily close its restaurants in Russia because of the country's invasion of Ukraine. It also closed restaurants in Ukraine. Those shutdowns cost McDonald's $127 million last quarter. McDonald said in March that it would continue to pay its 62,000 Russian employees despite shuttering operations in the country. The CEO added on Thursday on a call with analysts that McDonald's is supporting Ukrainian employees too. In both countries, we have continued to pay employees and provide additional support. Those staff costs plus payments for leases and supplies cost the company $27 million. That's a different kind of working from home, Vin. They're just getting, the McDonald's is just like, yo,
I'm surprised.
you're just going to keep getting your paycheck. And maybe one day, like, I don't know, the Russia one is crazy because at what point does McDonald's get to say, we're going to open back up or we're going to cut off the people we've been paying? Either is a tough look once you've set the precedent. It's hard. Ukraine, on the other hand, maybe it's a little bit easier. They can just keep paying indefinitely so long as the conflict goes on. But once the conflict is over, hopefully soon, then on the Russian side, do those stores open right back up? Is Putin going to even allow it? McDonald's like, okay, we're ready to open back up. Or did he already convert them to Uncle whatever it is? Does Vin know about this?
Yeah.
What is it? Uncle...
Wow. I don't know the...
Well, you need to know.
Name
you need to know.
I mean, I think a lot of the companies were just kind of...
Uncle Vanya. Mostly false. There you go. You going to Uncle Vanya's? You want to... Yeah, this hasn't happened yet, by the way. This is a rumor that turned into a news story that turned,
Well, there was one original one. There was a story for the original one.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Those staff costs plus payments on leases and supplies cost the company $27 million. The other $100 million was from food and other items it'll have to get rid of. Results included $100 million of costs on inventory in the company's supply chain that likely will be disposed of due to restaurants being temporarily closed. Company will offer an update on its plans for the region by the end of the second quarter. So they're going to make a decision at that point, I guess. Either people stop getting paid or maybe they can open back up. Maybe things can get sorted out. I don't know. That's a nice looking McDonald's. You see the old buildings in the back? That's in Moscow, isn't it? Yeah, it's a cool McDonald's in some sort of an old building.
So all that food is going to waste.
That's right. Either that or Uncle Vanya's going to take it. Or either that or it goes straight to Putin directly. Yeah. He just has unlimited McDonald's.
They can't donate it?
Where they donate? I think their operations are squashed. I don't even know if they have access to these. Like, I think they just said bye-bye when they said bye-bye. Right? Like who are they even calling up right now? They pissed off. Putin's pissed off that they pulled out in the first place.
Yeah. I guess they can't donate it to the public.
The Russian public?
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to allow it. I don't know.
No.
Maybe. But, yeah. I think if they were going to have a rosy relationship going forward, then there wouldn't have been the talk about screw you, we don't need you anyway type of thing. Tesla reduces price of home chargers after removing the one included with new vehicles. Oh, well, the one that was included with new vehicles was a slow charger anyway, right? Or no, it wasn't. Is it? It looks like a slow charger because the plug is the small plug.
It's this one, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if people were using the slow charger or not, but I think anytime you take something out, we talked about this before, people are going to be upset because they're like, I used to get that for free.
Yeah.
And maybe I was going to use it. Maybe I was going to keep it in the frunk. Corded mobile connector versus the wall connector. Okay, Tesla's reduced prices on 2 home chargers after removing the one included with new vehicles being delivered. The automaker, Elon replied to this on Twitter and he said the usage was super low. Oh, there it is, right there. Usage statistics showing that the use of those chargers that were included was super low. I guess most people went ahead and put in a wall connector or put in the right corded mobile connector. Apparently, Electrek questioned that claim. Some data show that Tesla owners frequently use the included mobile charger. However, it looks like Tesla's going forward with the move regardless. To soften the blow, Musk has announced that Tesla will reduce the price of the mobile charger. Well, it's probably a better move because then at least you've got people on the faster charger. I don't know. That it's really weird the way that this thing is being displayed, because when I look at the corded mobile charger here in this image, that looks like the heavy duty connector on the plug portion. What does it say there? NEMA 515. Yeah, Gen 2 mobile connector. Compared to the wall connector.
So did you get this charger?
You want to know something? I never even look in that bag. But yeah, I think so. It doesn't look exactly like that.
So what does it look like?
I think it's the one from above, because they just stopped including it. I think I have this, which I don't know that exact product is listed on their site the same way anymore.
So it's not the same.
I don't know if it's the same or not. But as you can see in the image, the actual connector is different here. That goes to the wall.
You're talking about the wall connector?
No. On the mobile charger,
one.
the portion that goes into the wall, that I don't know, maybe it's because it's in profile, I can't really tell. But when you have a wall connector installed, you need the, 30 amp? It's like a dryer connection. As if you had a dryer. It's not a household. The household's going to be slow.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. The price of the new mobile connector is $200 and the Tesla wall connector is $400. Tesla already had some of the best prices in the industry when it came to home charging stations, but with these prices, while these prices are impressive, especially the wall connector, since anything, 48 amp and with Wi-Fi generally start at 600. So there you go. 48 amp is the wall connector. That's the one you're going to want. And now these prices are so close. Now, I guess in the one case, you're going to have to probably have that installed by an electrician, whereas in the other case, you don't really need to modify anything. Mm-hmm. So it's a convenience versus a speed thing. But I never looked at it because I just had the wall connector installed on the right.
Right.
And so I've never really reached into any of those. I'm one of those statistics with the low usage.
Right.
That's me.
Maybe you could sell it.
Oh, probably. But I think I would just keep it around anyway as a backup in a pinch.
All right.
Didn't I tell you the one time I went to the hotel and they're like, yeah, we have an electric charger. They advertised it. They're like, bring your electric car. We got an electric charger.
I see.
No,
well, yeah, it's nice to have.
No. Then I got there and it wasn't an actual Tesla charger or typical universal electric car charger. It was just a wall outlet. It was an orange extension cord.
Oh.
And they're like, there's our... So that thing would have worked in that particular case.
Right, yeah.
Here someone's going to put their piece in. The wall replacement, before it would just come with the small standard 120 volt connector, but the picture is showing a 240 volt plug. Well, that's what I was trying to explain.
Right.
So I don't think it's quite the same thing. Mm. Yeah, you would use them in locations where there was no supercharger. And you were okay.
And it's a small little bag.
You were okay with a really slow charge because it was a backup plan.
4 kilometers an hour, something like that.
The slow charge?
Yeah, it's really slow.
I don't know. I've never used it. Not even once.
But it's there, you know.
Deer trips and ends up saving itself and my stepdad's car. Here we're going to have a video clip. It's going to be a react. You can cut to Vin's camera, as you can see. He's going to have a strong react. Oh! Wow, the hooves on the slick pavement.
The deer in headlights thing is very accurate.
What did he do? He turned his high beams off. Should have kept it on. There was it seemed like as soon as those lights went off or changed, the deer began to move. So it's like something right there.
Yeah.
Or was it just the hill and then the direction of the lights changed? No,
I think high beam, low beam.
High beam, low beam. You keep that high beam on. You keep that deer frozen, don't you? You keep that deer frozen, don't you?
I watched a bunch of these about a week ago. It scares the heck out of me.
What part of it?
Well, I was watching a guy on YouTube, but he just uses his dash cam. And all his videos are just animals by the side of the road.
Yeah.
Coyotes, raccoons, wolf, deer.
Yeah.
Look at the guy on the right. You see the guy on the right?
What?
Yeah, the deer on the right, on the hill.
Where?
Right
oh,
there.
Yeah, he already went over.
Yeah. That's my fear well, the thing is, if you see one, there's likely.
I don't know. Someone's saying that the car braking may have dipped the light down, but if you look at it from this side camera, it's also weird because, like, when it gets to the side shot, what light goes out there? What was that?
That was a brake light, I'm guessing.
That strong?
I don't know. You have a Tesla. You can tell me.
I don't know. It looked like it looked stronger than a brake light. But is it just, no, there's no street lights. I don't know. It could be just something the camera does. It seems like auto high beams to me. It was the high beams, then braking. So it's auto high beams. Oh, I think the auto high beams dipped maybe because of those reflections off the signs. Then brake light. Anyway, very interesting. Of course, you have amazing coverage on the Tesla. You have multiple angles of the thing. The Tesla would have been destroyed. That was a fairly decent sized deer. But it is, I think we learned something. If you don't have auto high beams, you leave those high beams. If you've got a deer frozen and you dip those high beams, it's going to go. The deer in the headlight is real. And you want to keep them frozen.
I do feel bad for the deer.
Well, no, the deer would have been dead.
Comical fashion, kind of tripped, fell on its chin.
Sure, but that's better than being dead.
Oh, yeah, of course. It's just startled and instant
Bam.
chin to the asphalt.
Slippery road. You ever imagine what it'd be like walking around on those hooves? Every time you got a slick surface, it's like you got tap dancing shoes on. So slippery. But then
small surface area.
On the dirt, though, you're gripping.
Oh, yeah.
You're biting into everything.
Yeah.
So Spotify subscribers rise to 182 million despite Joe Rogan. What? What do you mean despite? Like, they paid him $1 billion to in order to fortify their offering. Talking about despite. Oh, I guess because there was a hashtag delete Spotify or something. Is that why, Will? Oh, yeah, there you go. Hashtag Spotify deleted was trending. It's amazing how people perceive that. You would look at that, you would see that trending, and you'd be like, oh, it's over for Spotify. I need to sell my shares. Spotify is a publicly traded company. Yes or no? Yes?
Yeah.
I can buy Spotify? Should be, right? All of a sudden I'm thinking public-private because private's the new public. Private's the hot new one. No more initial public offering. Instead, we go private. Before Twitter went private, Dell went private. Does anyone remember that? Dell used to be publicly traded. Anyway. Spotify's latest earnings release suggests that the audio streaming service subscriber numbers haven't seen much, if any, impact from the controversies that surrounded its Joe Rogan podcast. In the quarter ending March 31st, Spotify says its premium subscribers rose 50. Rose? Who are these people? Who are these sickos? Rose 15% on a year-on-year basis to 182 million, up from 180 million the previous quarter. I mean, it's not just Rogan. It's the fact that they put a ton of money into content. Like, they paid a bunch of different podcasters. Rogan, the biggest of the bunch, but they've been making moves, man. Spotify's not napping. Like, they're doing work. Monthly active users rose 19% year on year to 422 million, up from 406 million. For context, in the previous quarter, premium subscribers rose 16% year on year. Anyway, so I guess what does that mean? It's better than typical growth for them. It is a lot of premium subscribers when you think about it. 182 million.
Yeah, what's Netflix?
Got to be around there.
I think above 2.
Got to be around there, maybe 250. We get to watch Will's tactics here to get here quickly.
Is it annual?
200 million, 221. 221.
Yeah.
Netflix costs more than Spotify, depending on which account you have. Something interesting about Spotify, I started using it more when I started driving the Tesla because it's native there.
Sure.
And it's no phone connection necessary.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't the case in the Taycan up until the latest update. Now Spotify's native account connection as well, right in the dash.
On your phone?
No, on the car.
What do you mean? Wasn't it always native?
No, you'd have to use Bluetooth.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not talking about Android Auto. I'm not talking about Apple CarPlay. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Porsche had the integration with Apple where you could have Apple Podcasts right in the dash and Apple Music.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, considering just not needing to Google my phone, whatever. But then the Spotify one was easy. I already had it. And now I can use it in both of those. So I feel like Spotify's been smart in a number of ways as far as making sure that they're constantly in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody forget about us. I mean, it's imagine the task of being Spotify. Everybody they're up against are giants. Everybody. Apple, Amazon, Google. Hi, we're Spotify.
Yeah, it's nice to know that they're not tied to like Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. It's just kind of like its own entity.
Yeah, well, there's advantages. On the Tesla, you have this really big display, so they can the app is integrated in a more native way to the real estate you have available to you, including other features, like if I want to like a song or start a playlist or start radio based on a song. These are all modern inputs that we would like to have. And then it could be this one little thing why you stay subscribed. Because I have multiple music services, and which one I end up using is often depends on these minor differences.
The minor differences. Yeah, I hear you.
Because they're all pretty good.
Nuance.
They're all pretty good. But, and the same with going after certain podcasters and having those exist natively. Mm-hmm. Although in those cases, I'm not sure the user friendliness went up because those podcasts used to be everywhere anyway. Mm-hmm. Including Spotify, like including this show right here. You can imagine all the ways you can be. Well, right now you can only be watching us live if you're in real time. Mm-hmm. If you're after the fact, you can be watching this podcast with video on YouTube. You can be listening to the audio only version still via YouTube in the background, which a lot of people do. You can be having it automatically downloaded from something like Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts, or you can be streaming after the fact via Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts, or you can be on Spotify and whatever other number of places you might want to get it. It's all about flexibility.
Are you promoting Blue Later right now?
I feel like I am.
Okay.
Does Spotify have live video?
Spotify does have video, but not live, I don't think, unless it's recent.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, probably
They would be interesting. I mean, they should, if they don't yet. But then they get into the weird game streaming and Twitch, and it's hard to be all these things. I mean, it's tough. It's tough to beat YouTube on that front. YouTube is just everything. Tremendous availability. And cross-pollination, because obviously we put the clips out. And then if you watch, maybe you prefer to watch a clip or the full one or the live one or after the fact. Or then the stuff Kirk was posting, he was experimenting with shorts for Later shorts. It's so versatile, the YouTube side of things. But nevertheless, you can get this thing anywhere. So the exclusive deals, it's cool. The creators get paid a bunch of money. But you do have to kind of change your habit in order to continue to interact with them. And it's going to be big for Spotify. I think it was a tremendous move for Spotify. Amazing move. Like a deal. I would say I'd say Spotify got a deal because it's a habit thing.
Yeah.
It's a habit forming thing. And then you just launch Spotify and then the behavior is just set in. And I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody. But for those that it does work for, they're in your life now. that logo, that name, they're in your life now. And that's not easy with just music, because as we just mentioned, it would be small little differences between these apps and why you would choose one over the other, outside of having exclusive content. And the other ones are going to have to follow. Apple Podcasts, or, we talked about how they're negotiating with the Obamas. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Who was Amazon? Amazon's like, well, we got to pay for some content too.
Mm-hmm.
So was leaving Spotify.
Spotify didn't even make an offer to the Obamas.
Yeah.
They gave them whatever it was. I don't remember what it was. The previous deal.
I don't know how all that stuff performed. Like even their stuff on Netflix, I don't know how, why can't you find, like there's no viewing data on Netflix, right? Like you can't.
Sometimes they'll share what they want to share. So when they do their earnings, though, they will say if a show is like downloaded really well or whatever. But it's not, we can't just look at their analytics publicly. Okay, so their previous deal was $25 million. The thing is, they don't post very much, so they're not as habit forming from a listener perspective. I think they said their next deal, they only want to publish 8 episodes. That's not really habit forming.
8 episodes of a podcast?
8 episodes on their next deal is what they're negotiating. 8 episode limited run.
I mean, so they're all big guests, and then it's...
I don't even know if it's big. I don't know.
Well, I would have to be.
I don't know.
If you're only doing 8, then...
I don't know. So...
Even the hairy... I don't know.
Well, these are things you don't want to pay for, Vin. But you realize the Harry fans that are out there? You realize the Meghan Markles that are out there? They pay. Come on, Vin, they pay. Maybe you don't pay. They pay. You don't pay for anything. What do you pay for? Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
No, I
so who
pay
are you
for
to talk? Who are you to talk?
I pay for
you
stuff.
Pay. You don't pay.
I pay my...
You pay your hydro?
My cable. No. Well, yeah.
No.
But, yeah.
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, no.
You want it? Okay,
you don't
if I'm
directly,
on,
you don't directly pay hydro, do you? You don't.
Yes.
Yes, what?
All of it. All of hydro.
You don't
gas.
you don't directly pay Toronto Hydro.
No. It goes through a third party.
That's right. You're damn right. It does.
No, but I like on. So I have Rogers Ignite. I pick up the remote. I press the button. I say YouTube. It goes to YouTube. Now everything's all connected. If I say the title of a show, movie, whatever, it brings up everything. It'll bring up stuff on Crave, on Netflix, on Disney. I don't know if Apple's there yet, but it's becoming.
Are you doing an ad for Rogers right now? I don't think they need it, man.
No, but I'm saying if I could pick up my remote and say Spotify,
you'd listen.
Well, I'd take a peek, but I can, I can't. There's no way for me to get into Spotify.
Yeah, there is.
In my life.
Of course, there is. Just go to their website or go on your phone.
Well, no, I need it. Well,
you need it in Rogers Ignite?
Probably. Probably. That's the.
Well, there you go. You Spotify. This is where you're missing out because you want. I promise you want Vin as a customer. He's the number one customer. You need to get on. By the way, for those that don't know, Rogers is a regional telecommunications company here in Canada. Enormous by Canadian terms, and they kind of. I mean, they control everybody's home internet, or at least half, and half of people's home internet connections. So Vin's actually using his cable box as his main method for engaging with content. Just to clear things up for people because they don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Watching YouTube.
The reason for this is because Vin he wants to remain seated on his couch at all costs. And there's not many ways to interact with your TV. Now, granted, TVs have gotten smarter, Vin. You may not know this.
No, I know. My I'm not.
You're not.
It's just the Rogers box.
Yeah. And so they're banking, Rogers is banking on senior citizens like yourself
Well,
that refuse to upgrade their TV, because you could have just upgraded your TV and it has every app on it, including Spotify.
That's another step that I'm not.
You're not willing to
I'm
do.
not willing to take.
You're not willing to do. You got a country club to get to.
What? Switching inputs.
You got a lunch
TV
date.
video. No.
You got a date at the tennis courts, right, for your match. No?
No, I do. No, you know what? If
You're
I-
not
if
playing
I was
enough.
gonna-
You're not playing enough tennis.
I can't. If I was going to do golfing and, well, I already
Go ahead.
told you about if I haven't looked into it more, but maybe more bowling.
Get into more
Or any
bowling.
bowling.
You know who's an amazing bowler? I just found this out. MLB All-Star Mookie Betts is a professional bowler. And he actually bowls on the tour. And he's bowled multiple perfect games.
Huh.
And this is in the off season, he goes straight to professional bowling.
Wow.
And you can go to his Instagram account. Did I talk about this on the show before?
No.
Will? Oh, no, I didn't? Okay, I was telling my kids this. Of course, we took them bowling, and I was trying to get them inspired here. And I was like, look, because they're into baseball. And I was like, look at this. You can do it. You still can do it. And this guy's hyper competitive. He's got one hell of a spin going on, as you can see from the stance there.
It's weird this story's never made it to main.
Oh, see, Vin, you got to get off your cable box, Vin. You got to get on the internet. Find this kind of stuff out. You could even watch his competing if you got yourself on the internet. What's really cool about him is he goes in there and mixes it up with the tour. I mean, he doesn't play it up like he's some special MLB player. He doesn't bring any type of superiority in there. He's just one of the guys on the tour.
And that's a heck of a tour.
It's a heck of a tour. There you go. He bowled a 300 game in a PBA World Series.
I'm saying even Chris Paul. I had no idea about pro athletes and other sports bowling.
There you go. Well, this was a celebrity bowl off. You had Mookie Betts, Chris Paul, DJ Khaled. But I'm saying he's actually in the tour, even when it's not a celebrity event.
Huh.
Yeah. But anyway, go to his Instagram account real quick, Will, because I just want to show Vin his final strike on his most recent perfect game. I don't know if they call it a perfect game.
Yeah,
perfect score or whatever.
Oh.
So scroll down a little bit here. I didn't expect this level of interest from Vin, so we got to get to the bottom of. Oh, you're not signed in, and you're not going to be able to get far enough down.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to my world, Will.
God.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm going down.
Yeah, I know you're going down, but there it is. Yeah, you got it on the left, right over there.
Told you, bud.
There you go. Isn't what I say.
That's what this is when everything began to end for
dumb.
me. I was just getting bombarded on anything I did with this stuff.
So close.
What, is this helping or hurting these companies?
I thought you were going to say, is this healthy?
No, but I like.
Yeah, Vin, that's how they generate users. Will says, I got to see this clip, and he signs in, or he creates an account. That's their whole game plan. I know it's hurting your experience online, but most people, they sign up. Well, now he has to remember the past. No, I don't, Vin.
Well, you have it's W? Or?
Yeah, I don't.
He couldn't get the one U. Don't even get him started on his Twitter username. Vin, don't laugh. This is serious stuff. Do not laugh.
I don't remember, guys. It's over.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. I think if you have the actual URL of that video, you can get it.
Yes. You're allowed to share certain.
So if I was you, I would Google Mookie Betts bowling Instagram, and somebody would have wrote a news article on that clip, and you'll be able to watch it embedded.
Or yeah, if someone put it on.
There, top one. There you go. Is this it? Jan 10. Let's see if it's embedded. I mean, there it is.
Yeah.
God, you can't kill us. You can't beat us. No sign-in.
But
so his caption says, "This is how we roll. Just call me Mr. 300." And Vin just needs to catch a glimpse at this game here. You can see the scores. Everybody he's playing with is
I know.
killing as well, by the way.
Ali looks good.
Listen to the song. Oh, you can't play the song.
Oh, I couldn't hear anything.
It's like some type of funk.
Is this a casual game?
Yeah, he's just with friends.
Okay.
Good gracious.
Wow.
And he doesn't even celebrate that much on the perfect game. I mean, he gets a high five and stuff. But if I get you know what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I'm running around the entire alley. Look at that, 300. Look at all those strikes.
Wow. Congrats.
Oh, let's go ahead and take our break. We got a really quick break today. Is that right, Will?
Yeah.
Okay, really quick break. We'll be right back. We got lots of fun stuff. We need to get Vin's point of view. Thank you to Zydax for sponsoring us. This show runs on Zydax. It wouldn't be happening without Zydax. Willie Doo's streaming PC, which you guys don't actually catch a glance at, but he might show it to you right now, is a beautiful thing, an absolute piece of art in and of itself. And it's silent, which is key. These guys are known for it. They put together the water cooling. You don't need to hear it. If you work in any type of environment where that might matter, you're going to care about these things. I mean, even if you're not in any kind of specialized environment, it's nice when your PC isn't screaming at you. Plus, it keeps the temps down. They're going to put together your workstations like Willie Doo's if you want to get into the streaming, but they're also going to put together your gaming PCs. Obviously, you can see some of the options that are available there, and they're all going to look amazing, whatever your style happens to be. We've been using their products for a long time around here, their builds, and every single time they came through for us. Every single time we've been impressed with what they've put together, and none more so than Willie Doo's most recent build. He hit them up. He said, here's the specifics. He hit them up. He said, I'm doing the streaming. He said, it's a big show. It's a show called Lou Later. And they said, what? What are you talking about? They said, what is this show you speak of?
And I was stressing out about the time. And then they were quick about it.
Oh, yeah? Is that right?
Was it like a 1 week turnaround
That's
time?
insane. When you look at the system that he got in that amount of time, that's absolutely wild. So shout out to the guys at Zydax. Thank you so much for sponsoring the show.
Zydax specializes in custom liquid-cooled PCs. You might have seen their mastery on Unbox Therapy. If you're looking for a laptop or desktop for gaming, video editing, or just a PC to answer emails, they've got you covered. Zydax has a lifetime desktop warranty. This means if your $1,000 GPU blows up, they've got you covered. They run extensive testing and offer many customization options like laser etching and paint jobs. You can chat live with the experts at Zydax.com to build your next custom PC. Go check them out at Zydax.com.
Yeah, so in the break there, somebody tweeted that Elon was, or somebody messaged that Elon was tweeting in Mandarin. Is that Mandarin though? Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's Chinese characters.
But the meaning of it, see, he says the elusive beauty of imperfection, and then the characters translated to wabi-sabi.
Cha-chi.
Cha-chi, which translates in English to wabi-sabi, the beauty of imperfection.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know.
I think that's a Japanese term.
What's like, yeah, that's what I've read it as a concept, but who knows? I mean, I don't know. Is there crossover? Who are we offending? You remember the kimchi problem? Was it kimchi we got killed on? No, it wasn't kimchi. It was something else.
We got killed on a lot.
It was just something else that, oh, no,
It's a
this
whole
region
list.
really made it, not that region or whatever.
Yeah, it probably was kimchi.
I don't remember, but they were mad at you more than me. I don't remember even what you did. But someone sent us a news article that you were actually embedded. and you were canceled.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if it was
Not the first time.
I don't know if it was kimchi or not. Anyway. Okay, so so we go to this tweet because we're following up. I don't know why he's tweeting that right now.
Okay.
I don't know. Is he trying to? Does it have anything to do with the Twitter? Okay, let's see his tweet. His last tweet before that was, since I've been asked a lot, buy stock in several companies that make products and services that you believe in. Only sell if you think their products and services are trending worse. Don't panic when the market does. This will serve you well in the long term. So just investment advice. And then he says, the elusive beauty of imperfection. Next. Is it a Twitter comment? Is it just a comment? Is it just a man living his life? It's possible. 42 minutes ago. Not the hottest tweet of his. A little more poetic, a little bit more artistic. However, if you click on it, there is a video underneath which looks like a deep fake. Let's go ahead and watch that real quick. Well, okay. What did we discover here? Go ahead, Vin.
No, well,
yeah.
I've seen this character. I don't know what. I mean, there's been a few videos.
This character.
Yeah, it's got to be a deep fake.
Yeah.
Well, it's a deep fake, but Vin says character.
Oh,
well,
yeah. He has
plain,
a TikTok channel.
Yeah.
What? Fake Elon, Chinese Elon has a TikTok channel?
There's like a Tom Cruise one as well.
Well, I've seen the Tom Cruise guy, but the Tom Cruise guy actually does a Tom Cruise impression. This, I don't think anyone believes that this is Elon Musk.
There's a bunch of them.
But he's not even doing an Elon Musk impression other than the deep fake.
Yeah, he's speaking in Mandarin, so.
But he has a paper cutout of a Twitter bird.
Oh,
all right. Well, I'm glad we got here somehow.
Okay.
We've learned not much. I was hoping Vin could fill us in on that.
What part?
Any of it. Yeah. That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Another deep fake. Warren Buffett says he wouldn't pay $25 for all the Bitcoin in the world. Well, he knows how to stay in the news. Just all you gotta do is piss off somebody, the Bitcoin folks. Get you trending, get you on Business Insider. And Charlie Munger blasts the crypto as stupid and evil. I'll tell you about your crypto. It's stupid and it's evil. And you're stupid too. Yeah. I saw people talking about this on Twitter. A couple crypto types saying, who cares if these old guys don't like it? I like it more. Because it just shows you they're out of touch or they don't understand it or Web3.
Yeah, it's always the people out of touch.
Out of touch.
With the whole crypto thing. It's like, oh man, you're out of touch. Like you don't get it.
You don't get it, Will.
Yeah, I certainly don't.
You're not cool enough to get it, Will.
I tried. But
yeah. You tried and it took you to a very dark place.
Yeah.
Remember?
Almost didn't come out alive.
That deep hole that you climbed out of?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy you did, Will. But, yeah, I'm not surprised that Buffett wouldn't be into it. Like, that doesn't... Maybe it's a little inflammatory to say you wouldn't pay $25 for the entire supply because...
But then there wouldn't be this article. And it wouldn't be as funny.
There wouldn't. But who knows? I don't know what his principles are. I mean, he certainly doesn't have to be into it. There's plenty of other things to be into. But maybe then you just... And he can't help it. For sure, he's getting asked about it all the time. Because he's this legendary investor. If you told me you owned all the Bitcoin in the world and you offered it to me for $25, I wouldn't take it. What would I do with it? Question mark. Well, you could just turn around and sell it again. And then invest the proceeds. Right? I mean, is that like a trick? In contrast, Buffett said he would buy a portion of the country's farmland or some of the nation's apartments. He reiterated his view that Bitcoin isn't worth anything because it doesn't produce anything, and holders rely on somebody else being willing to pay more for it than they did. It's got a magic to it, but people have attached magic to lots of things, comparing Bitcoin to an insurance company, pitching itself as a technological marvel. Munger, Buffett's longtime business partner, spoke even more harshly about the most valuable cryptocurrency. In my life, I try to avoid things that are stupid, evil, and make me look bad in comparison to somebody else. Bitcoin does all three. In my life, I stay away from stupid. Stupid is as stupid does.
Evil because it undermines the integrity and stability of the U.S. financial system.
Ooh. And why foolish? It makes the U.S. look foolish because China's ruling party was smart enough to ban it. Yeah, good luck banning that. Right, Vin? You've seen those mines over there, mining operations. What's banned in China? What's actually banned in China? Go ahead, Vin. He turns into Santa Claus. Is Santa banned over there, Vin? Come on. You're our correspondent. You're our China correspondent. You used to spend half the year over there. Remember?
Yeah. I don't know. Well,
Go ahead.
Well, I'm trying to think
Yeah.
when, if ever, I'll be able to go back.
Are you banned?
No.
Oh, just COVID still?
Well, it's lockdown right now. I mean,
Yeah. I've seen some enhanced mask action going on in public around here.
No, it
Came back. The mask made a comeback. It went.
Really?
Yeah, you kind of slowed down, and then now it's back.
here.
I noticed. Did you notice that? It went down. It dipped. People were like sunshine, lollipops, rainbows, and then they were strapping in.
I find it depends where you are,
Okay.
what you're doing.
All right.
Yeah.
So when are you going back to China? We need a correspondent over there.
No, I don't know. Well, there was thought of going back a while ago, and then I think at the time it was 10 or 14-day mandatory quarantine.
Is your paperwork in order?
Yeah.
You
But
sure?
we watched a bunch of videos on YouTube just to live through the feeling of the quarantine experience.
Yeah, you don't want to.
I'd be fine,
No,
but
no.
no, I would be fine. I was talking to someone about the flights the other day. It was 15 hours to Hong Kong. I say spend the first hour picking what I'm gonna watch. Full hour.
Okay.
Lock in 6 movies and then decide, end it with TV or watch a movie that didn't make the top 6.
Do you decide before the flight?
No, all fresh, Will. You got as much time as the, no problem, an hour on selection.
An hour.
I will dig the entire library, all movies, all TV,
Oh.
and make a list and then start.
And you're set with that list. You don't stop a movie
No,
in the middle.
beginning to end.
Wow. Commitment.
Now, do you think at any point you're at risk going over there with your documents and your relationship to a controversial brother? They're going to pull you to the side and say, what's this last name right here?
No.
Because we've watched this show, Lou Later.
No.
We saw these China clips of when they're in the quarantine, wailing out the windows, screaming. They don't like those clips, Vin.
Yeah, I think fine.
They're letting you in? What are you doing?
Yeah.
You sweet talking? What are you doing? You got any Mandarin in your back pocket? You don't. You got nothing, Vin. Now you're considering, now you're like, no, I'm not getting in.
No, I think fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where do you land?
It depends.
Beijing?
Hong Kong or
No,
Beijing.
Hong Kong ain't the Hong Kong it used to be.
No, but just for, any time, it's always, I've never gone back-to-back flights. I need a day to decompress.
You need a
Like,
Hong
or the
Kong.
same-
You need a
same-
Hong Kong day.
Hong Kong day, stay at the Novotel right at the airport, attached mall.
That's right. Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
Potatoes.
Plenty of
Orange
potatoes.
juice.
Carbohydrates. Yeah, we know what makes you tick, Vin. We know what you need. We know what you need.
Well, no, the end the flight with the orange juice the day after, just to kind of
Cleanse.
Well, yeah, and vitamin C.
I want to
Sure.
give a shout out to Stephen Miller Jr. He is a car detailer, and he listens to this broadcast while he is detailing sports cars. He says that we're better than CNN Plus. So, thank you very much for that, Steve. We're happy to be there for you. I know Vin's very happy about it. When you're in the hotel in the Hong Kong airport, would you say that the amount of padding in your pillow, is it high, medium, or low that you're going to request?
I don't know. We could go with whatever's in there. I mean, what do I like?
That sounds like a medium.
No, what do I?
Well, your neck, it's looking fused from over here.
No, don't get me on. I'm on sleeping on a rock. It's memory foam that's like
Hardened?
that's never.
It has no
Been
memory.
worked
It has no
in.
memory.
It's never-
Memory foam without the memory. It's memory foam without the memory.
Listen,
What's going on, Vin?
is there such a thing as good sleep? I don't think it matters what you have.
Really?
Or, I don't know.
It's bad no matter what? This is CNN Plus, you understand? And this is the type of topics that we got to get to the bottom of. And it's non-negotiable because the world needs hard-hitting news. And we need to know exactly what's wrong with your mattress right now. Is it too firm?
No, I'd say mattress is fine. I like a firm mattress now. The pillow's a mess, but I'm just too lazy to do anything with it. Yeah.
It's too hard for you,
Oh.
the pillow?
Well, there was it was same brand, same model memory foam, a good one. First one was amazing. Went in, got the exact same thing. It's not even close. It's like solid, like but I don't know. It is what it is. I'm fine.
So you're actively destroying your neck and not doing anything about it.
I'm adapting to what
No,
I've
you're
been
not.
given.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
No, you're just destroying yourself. One day at a time.
Are you a side sleeper?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you still didn't answer the initial question, which was, is it low, medium, or high? The amount of crank on the neck. Because I used to go to a lot of hotels. I mean, I still have recently, but more like locally.
I never get involved.
I'm very particular about the pillow.
All right. Well,
There is a correct
I
one
know,
for
but
me, and it's mostly to do with height. I don't understand how people sleep on these high pillows. It's pain for me. I can't do it. I'll just go no pillow if that's the only option.
Are you a side sleeper?
This seems to be all Will cares about. The position of our bodies.
Is that- asking everyone. Because that's important.
Yeah,
Right?
of
If you're-
course. Of
okay.
course. Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't you want your vertebrae to be like straight, your spine?
Yeah.
So if you have like a low pillow, you're kind of cranking your neck lower, right? Like it's off to one side. If you will have a high pillow, then you have a straight back.
I take a low pillow and I jam it under my shoulder. So
the top of your head is exposed.
No. So like it's wide enough that it can get jammed under my shoulder, and I can kind of adjust myself exactly how much elevation I'm going to have just by cramming my shoulder underneath the front edge of it.
Just jamming the pillow.
Because
into the side
because
your
kind
neck.
of what you create is, you know, those shaped pillows that have like a
Sure.
neck portion and then the head dips down after. You kind of create that scenario, but you're just using a lower pillow. I ordered a very specific pillow off of Amazon for this reason. I mean, you can
You know what?
you can probably find it.
The mattresses should have built-in pillows now, because you have the mattresses that
no.
move. If you had
I put
a
my
portion
arm.
at the
I
top,
put my
you
arm
could-
underneath the pillow.
I do too.
You can't have a built-in. And no
Well,
one would agree on the angle. But I just don't. I think people at some point perceived a large pillow as being luxurious.
The fluffier,
The fluffier,
better.
the more luxurious. You come stay at our fancy hotel, you're getting a huge pillow. Because those slim pillows are so ugly looking. They look so deflated and dirty and like a motel. They can't show that off.
Don't you want that though? Like the flat pillow?
I do, yeah. But I'm saying that's the reason that they're not prevalent.
Oh yeah, they're not advertised.
They look ugly. And
Sure,
most
yeah.
people's impression of whether something is luxurious or not depends on how it looks. Like
But I
sometimes,
wouldn't
sometimes
think
the
you
best
could-
tasting fruit is not the best looking fruit. Like the red delicious apple
But you
is a
you've
disaster, but it looks great.
You've gone somewhere, asked for a low pillow, and they've had it.
The last time I stayed in a hotel, I brought my own pillow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
But otherwise, yes, I'll just ask, and they always have it. They just don't put it in every room. They always have it. But the new pillow I have is so good that I don't even bother thinking about asking for a pillow because this has everything going on. It's the foam that I want. It's the height that I want.
which one is it?
Okay, here we go. You got to go to Amazon.ca for one and just do slim pillow. Something along these lines. And I'll show you. And it's reviews it's a lot of reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
It's the slim pillow
Right there.
movement.
This
That's
one?
it. Yep, that's it. It's called Blissbury. It has almost 3,000 ratings at 4.5 stars, $64.99. I know that's kind of expensive for a pillow.
Wow.
Ergonomically designed, neck is aligned with the spine, shoulders relaxed, neutral sleeping position, eases breathing, helps lessen snoring. By the way, and I track my sleep and my actual snoring episodes less because I track my sleep with the Withings thing and I have the tracker that goes under the mattress. This is 6.5 centimeters.
This is for back sleepers
You mean stomach?
and stomach, not for side sleepers.
Your obsession with the side thing is out of control, Will. You're going to sleep a number of different ways throughout the night.
The thing is, well, if you do the arm under
one
the pillow,
position and then stick to that position the whole night?
For the most part, yeah. It's either one side or the other side. I never
What?
sleep on the back or the stomach.
You never move in the night?
Yeah, I do.
You fall
But
asleep
I-
looking one direction and then wake up in the morning looking the same direction?
Well, I sleep on both sides, but I don't sleep on my back or my stomach.
Interesting. Well, anyway, I sleep all over the place. I sleep back, side, stomach. I move around a lot. And if I am on my side, what I do is I jam my shoulder right underneath the front edge.
The jamming.
And you can because it's
So funny.
it's so slim. It's kind of like when you roll up a blanket underneath of a spot and you can kind of position it wherever you want it. But only if you can manipulate the material. And with this foam, you can. Unlike a fluff or whatever kind of down filling or whatever, it won't stay in place. This will stay in place. And the density is the same across the whole thing. And the other thing about it, if you want to travel with it, it packs up so slim. Will, click the play button here. Click, maybe without the music. Yeah, cut the music. I don't know, copyright, whatever. So it comes with a pack so that you can, and see how the end is tapered? That's how you're jamming your shoulder underneath because the edge is tapered. So
Right.
getting your arm underneath it, no problem.
Why do you gotta jam? It's very aggressive there.
The jamming?
Yeah.
Well, because it actually is like a tension. It's an amount of pressure you have to apply to get it under there. get it in between your neck, your skull and your shoulder. It's not easy. But yeah, it's a foam product. And anyway, this changed my thing. But I assume that everybody is different in this situation, and some are going to love it and some are not. And if you look at the reviews on this, I'm guessing they're so high because I think that the slim pillow is underrepresented.
It's a dirty little secret of the pillow industry.
Exactly, because it looks bad. And for those that found it, they're ranking it high because you just never see it. No one ever tries it. No one ever sees it. No one knows it exists. The slim pillow. You go to the store, everything's fluffy and looking good. It's like when you're in the produce section and they shine up the apples that have the least flavor. But imagine for a second the entire evolution of humanity. There were no pillows. You might have been able to pile up a little bit of hay or something. I don't know what. You're probably on some dirty, relatively hard surface, and you might have had a hide. You know what a hide is, Vin? You might have had a hide at best, and let me tell you what you didn't have. A big fluff fest.
What's the 135? Why?
It might be the size.
I think it's a different pillow. Is it a 2-pack? It looks like twice the amount of money.
Oh, yeah, maybe size. King size.
What pillow do you use, Ben?
In the military, we use our helmets. That's from David. Yeah. Pillow talk over here. Side sleeper over here. In the military, we use our helmet, Well,
I'm looking for a new pillow. I want something that's like
I think I have
really hard.
Tempur-Pedic. Oh, my God. Well,
I like the hard pillows. I don't like the soft or the really big, fluffy
mine
ones.
is a hard medium.
Okay, yeah.
Medium heights.
Okay, send me the link. I'll check it out.
Urban Noise says Jacob of the Bible slept on a rock.
Yeah.
You see that, Vin? Well, he slept beautifully. So you need to get things figured out. You gotta.
But think about it. You already, a third of your life, even more. You've then you've been sleeping poorly. I guess consider.
Well, you got the
with
wrong
new
stuff. I'm gonna make another controversial statement right now. I think the pillow is more important than the mattress.
Yeah.
And yet everybody spends thousands of dollars on the mattress, and then they keep the crap pillow.
Yeah.
And the neck is out of control, busted. Meanwhile, if I got the right pillow, I could be on a pull-out couch and get it done. Nobody talks about the pillow. Maybe that pillow guy talks about the pillow, but he got banned off Twitter again. The pillow guy. He loves the pillow. But I don't even think his pillow is the type of pillow I want. I want a slim pillow for $64.99. Which I found.
Well, his isn't that flat. You can't get that flat. You'd have to open up, take some foam out, and then, yeah.
I'm not opening up and taking any foam out.
Yeah, well.
Jack just decided to check in on us here. Apparently he wants part in the pillow talk.
Pillow talk.
Oh, that's right.
Do you have any other comments with Warren Buffett?
No, of course he hates crypto. No surprise.
No? Okay.
No surprise. He doesn't have any crypto. He hates crypto. Yeah. I mean, how many years does he have left? How old is Warren Buffett? Why crypto now? Come on. Can we get an age?
He made an investment in a bank that supports crypto.
Yeah, but they probably do other things
I mean,
too.
it doesn't really mean that much. But
they probably do other things too. Can we get an age update, Warren Buffett? Like why? Like I mean, he's like farmland, you know?
Crypto. Sorry.
Listen, when I'm 91,
Jeez, he looks good.
when I'm 91, he's McDonald's every day. When I'm 90, I don't know about every day, but When I'm 91, I'm going to be Mr. Farmland too. I can, you want the farmland when you're 91, Will. I hate to tell you.
No, I agree.
Yeah. You're looking for tried and true. You're not looking for, you know how many different things that you see in 100 years on this earth? By the way, this is nothing against the crypto. I got crypto. There's nothing against the crypto. I'm just saying that you got to take that into consideration.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of crypto, the first crypto dating show raised $6 million to build the Netflix of Web3 with help from Paris Hilton. How many buzzwords can you fit in one headline?
Yeah, right.
Crypto, dating, Netflix, Web3, Paris Hilton. It's got everything you need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's not 91 years old, and she's big on the Web3. It's called Mad Realities. There's a company that wants to become the Web3 version of Netflix. They raised $6 million after launching what might be the first ever crypto dating show. The seed round was led by Paradigm, the venture capital firm founded by Coinbase co-founder Fred Ersam and former Sequoia capital partner Matt Wang. Or Wong. It included investors like Paris Hilton's media company, 1111 Media, OK Play co-founder Chris Ovitz, and many others. We know what is strategic and what we needed for this company, and we went and got it. I guess that means they need Paris Hilton.
Mm-hmm.
We were really, really bullish on getting Paris Hilton. What do you guys think about bullish?
The word?
Bullish. Like, am I the only one that's getting a little bit sick of it? Bullish on this, bullish on that.
It's used quite a lot now.
It's everywhere. Everything's bullish. What are you bullish on? Oh, you're going to do a bullish Google Trends. I like that move. That is a smart and a quick move. Let's see the prevalence of it. Actually, it's not any hotter than it was. Because of COVID. Give us like give us a worldwide for one instead of Canada. And then give us like a 5-year or possibly even, 2004 to present. Yeah, look at that. Look at that pandemic bullishness. Oh, I'm an investor now. COVID-19, I'm at home. I'm an investor now. Let's go ahead and take the term bullish times 4. Because we're all bullish now. Yeah. What do you think, Vin? You bullish?
Well, I mean, they had a certain amount of money, and then they looked at who they could get at that amount, and then that's who they got.
What do you think the amount is for Paris? Well, she became an investor, so she kind of
it was probably both. It was probably both, though.
Though its most viewed episode has just 6,400 views, Proof of Love has garnered a fandom and appreciation from the crypto community. Hundreds of people attend the show's live shoots and hang out. And Mad Realities has over 1,000 members on its Discord group chat. Listen, there's a lot of crypto enthusiasm. There's a lot of Web3 enthusiasm. And when there's enthusiasm, there's money, and there's money to be made. So you're dating other like-minded people. That's what this is. I don't know who the hell you're dating, but long term, we want this to be a decentralized media platform where at its core, we focus on shared experiences and co-creation and ownership at the community layer. So you can imagine like a crypto Netflix, but every show has its own community behind it. The relationship much more double-sided between the creator and the audience. No central dominating platform, no YouTube in the way, getting in the way, taking their cut. No Apple, no Amazon in the way. No Jeff, no Tim. Yeah.
I mean, good luck with that. I'm serious. It's a project that they
I don't even
raised
know
$6
how
million.
to watch
I mean,
that.
It's ambitious.
Vin doesn't know how to watch that. Well, it's not on his It's not on his Rogers Ignite.
Ignite.
He is watching content in the most centralized way possible. Here it is.
Oh.
You just watch it on YouTube.
Doesn't that defeat the purpose? That they're
Centralized app like YouTube.
Come on, Will. They got to go reach some people. Wow, they haven't updated in a month, though. Or maybe they didn't plan
Maybe
to.
the season ended?
I guess. It's kind of wild how this Web3 stuff, like, it's okay, not a lot of people are watching it on YouTube. It's in the hundreds, the views here. But yet, you're getting
Production is quite
you have money.
wild.
There's money being spent.
Yes.
But yet, not views. So,
Maybe it's a slow burner.
Well, it's like a lot of things in Web3. It's all about this potential.
Yeah.
It's like eventually.
Then are you in?
I've always been a fan of highly interactive viewing experiences.
Excellent. Go on.
No one's really
Highly interactive viewing experiences.
Yeah.
That can mean a lot of things to different people, Vin.
No, we've gone. It's like choose your own adventure, except, well, it can be live or not. I think live is better, but total immersion of whatever you're watching.
You're looking for total immersion?
Yeah. There was I think it was Netflix tried to do something, or someone else
Bandersnatch?
tried to do something.
Is that what you're talking about?
Similar. There was something else. It was a murder mystery, but you got to choose the direction the story would go. There were two options. You could either watch it as a movie or watch it as the interactive type thing, and then choose the direction the story goes. As it's going, do you think that person is?
That's that game that you were playing.
Well, no, there's games too, but there was an actual.
What's the difference at that point between a game and a show? Once you're interacting and choosing your own outcomes, it kind of is a
graphics.
game. Graphics. What do you mean graphics? I thought it was just real life footage.
Yeah, you can't beat that. That's top-notch graphics.
Life?
Yes, I'm saying.
Life is top-notch graphics, guys.
Well, it's I was trying to remember and look for it. It's tough. Oh, you're on something else.
Well, yeah, it's the same kind of idea. Mila Kunis, Stoner Cats. I think it's like a democratic kind of thing where every episode people vote, and then the episode kind of veers into different directions.
The cats are stoners?
I believe so. I've never seen it. But you can participate by buying the NFTs, and then that would kind of dictate the show's direction.
So, Vin, does that sound like full immersion to you? I don't think so. You have to buy the stoner cats first. Do you know?
I'm saying, okay, you're watching.
Do you know how to
you're
buy
watching
an NFT?
a murder.
Vin,
You're watching.
Vin, do you know how to buy an NFT?
Yes. But you're watching.
Okay, hang on 1 second. I'm going to give you an option here. NFT or murder mystery?
Murder mystery.
Will, NFT or murder mystery?
I like the murder mystery.
Yeah. Okay.
But Matt, you're the detective. As all of this is going on,
Yeah.
and you can fail. You can.
The thing is, somebody's probably making an NFT murder mystery.
Well,
A Web3 crypto. There's going to be a Web3 crypto of everything. You're going to be inside of Zuckerberg's.
I'm not.
You'll
doing
be doing.
any
Yeah,
of that.
you
I'm
are.
not doing
Yeah,
any
you
of
are.
that. No,
Yeah, you are.
No.
Mark's waiting. Mark's getting ready for you.
Boy. He's getting ready for you.
There he is. There's Vin. Welcome to my metaverse, Vin. I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you, Vin.
I'd rather just watch a movie-like thing on TV and do it that way than...
You said you wanted full immersion, you liar. Mark's working on your full immersion. He wants to fully immerse you.
But all those 3D graphic things are not great yet.
It's up there. It's up there. Did you try the latest Quest then? Should try it.
I say, well,
Well,
I need to not know the difference between real life and the game.
All right.
It's like, I don't even know. I guess maybe...
Like the Matrix.
Well,
It has to be the
I always
Matrix.
thought it would already kind of be here by now.
Vin, if you pay a lot of money, people can just do stuff to you.
There was the thing. There was the thing in New York.
Easy. I don't think you're supposed to talk about that.
What? Oh, it was. What? It was a popular thing in New York.
I don't
like
know how popular it was.
I looked into it after.
Vin, your
What?
hand is.
It was a theater. It was a theater. It was a
No.
theater group that was doing it.
Vin?
Oh, trust me. It was a lot. Anyway, all right, whatever. This.
Okay, go
You're
ahead.
making a way bigger
No, it
deal
was the
out of
movie, right?
No,
it
it
the
was.
movie?
It was.
Well, you have no idea what he's talking about right now.
Well, he recommended a movie that was very similar to what he's talking about.
he's
right
talking
now.
about something way more perverted.
Really?
No,
Yes.
it wasn't. It wasn't perverted.
Yes,
It's not
okay, then
perverted.
you're choosing to tell the story in a certain way then.
It's the magic guy, no?
No.
That movie was good though.
Yeah.
What the heck was it? I forget the name. What?
Somebody in the chat says the Asian is Veen.
What? I don't know what that means.
They heard me saying Vin and they think that Will is Veen.
Oh.
The Asian is Veen. Oh my God.
In and of itself. Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
was
very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
It was pretty good.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Good recommendation.
It was kind of, if you looked at who was in the audience for the live shows of
Yeah.
that, the live tape. Did you notice, Will? Or,
There were some celebrities.
Yeah. It was.
You okay there?
Oh man.
Bean?
It's just the Veen stuff. I like it. I might have to go with it. Somebody said, go ahead, Veen. Yeah. Oh, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, crypto dating show. Good luck with that. As Will said, good luck. Will said, good luck with that. Does everything have to be crypto, Will? Everything.
Doesn't have to be.
Crypto supermarket, crypto park, crypto traffic, crypto bathroom, crypto toilet.
It doesn't have to be. But I feel like it's going
It will
that
be.
way.
It will be, right?
Yeah.
It will be, right? Yeah. How long will it be before no more bathroom?
Well, you're just wearing something then.
No. The body doesn't even do it anymore. No need.
I don't think I could ever get used to that.
No need. It's just you're getting some kind of nutrition.
It just internally breaks everything down.
That's
enough
right.
that-
It's like a intravenous. There's no waste. It's all used. Everything you get.
Ugh.
You ready for that? No bathroom. Crypto bathroom. People will go to bathrooms in the metaverse to pretend.
Digital urinals?
They're just to be nostalgic of what it was like. Future generations will pretend to be sitting on a toilet.
Well, people collect rotary phones,
Sure.
right?
This is a cool clip. Schumacher somehow avoids hitting fans after track invasion. And this was in 2000 in Italy. Good clip, Will.
Did you see this?
Good clip.
Okay.
I didn't see it, but I like these choices.
Did you watch the movie?
I watched the Schumacher documentary, but didn't get to this point yet.
Okay. Well,
Go ahead.
yeah, it's a very good documentary.
Play this.
And
Are we copyright? Thank God we have so many super chatters keeping us alive
yeah.
because we are copyright infringers. I mean, not intentionally, obviously, but like sometimes you play a clip, you never know. Even though we're talking about it and we're redoing it, it's commentary. Play the clip. Go ahead.
Just putting in some context
yeah.
with Michael Schumacher. He's a legendary F1 driver.
Wow, you felt the need to actually describe Michael Schumacher. That's crazy.
Well,
but
for the
it's
listeners, and
good.
And I'm describing the situation. Basically, it's like a lap in the Italy track in 2000, where fans just run up to the track. And here's a clip.
Mm-hmm.
And this is his cockpit view.
Oh, God. Good Lord. Sheesh.
And he's going very fast. And the crowds are literally on the track while he's driving through and narrowly misses a few. And like, because he's such a good driver, like, I think he just knows how to avoid things.
This is a creepy frame rate on this video, too. It makes them look like they just jump in there out of nowhere.
Yeah, because of the low bit rate.
I don't know what the frame rate was when they were filming it or whatever, but it was, there was, because even watching the documentary, there was so much fan involvement. Like, he couldn't go anywhere. He couldn't walk around.
Mm-hmm. And he's telling them to, like, get out of the way. Like, he's motioning it, the people.
Oh, yeah, for
and
sure.
And there's hundreds of people on the runway.
Has he even crossed the finish line yet? No, because he's cheering right there.
Yeah, he goes into the pit.
Yeah. I think he must have. He must have before this.
I hope so. Oh. Good Lord.
For him to not hit anyone is, it's amazing to me. Like, they're so close to the wheel. Like that guy.
What do you do as a fan? Like, if he stops there, what do you do that you just pile on? I don't know what.
Somebody's saying that this clip is at 5 times speed and he was actually only going 15 miles an hour.
He could, but like,
is that possible? Can you slow it down?
Someone would say in the comments, I guess.
That's what somebody said, but I don't know if they're right or not. But if you slow down the playback to like half. Oh, you can't? Yeah, at the top.
It's pretty old. Oh, yeah, here we go.
To like 0.5. I mean, by the way, I'm not saying that they should be on the track. Yeah, but then the audio's off.
Yeah, everything looks a little too slow. Yeah. Maybe 0.75.
Weird. No, I don't know.
But either way,
this is insane.
The rule should be no people on the track.
It's like, you remember that thing you showed that clip with the golf the other day, and they were running to try to get the ball? It just seems like security and fan engagement and people were just a lot looser with these type of things at one point in time. And then like some bad stuff happened and they're like, oh yeah, we better control that. Because how like shut it down at that point? If all those people are on the track, shut it down, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying go, I don't know. Very dangerous, definitely.
Mm-hmm. This is your story, Ben.
I was hoping this.
Is this why you came here today? Is this why you came here today?
I was hoping it didn't come to this. I thought he had it in him to really.
Vin, you got to read this headline because people have no idea what you're talking about right now. No? It's your story. You have to read the headline. I don't know anything about this.
I can read the headline.
Go ahead, Veen.
So the title is Fictosexual Man Married Hologram Bride, but now struggles to bond with her. Oh.
I wonder why. Oh, well, ficto means fiction? Is that what we're...
I believe so, yes.
So he's only attracted to fiction. She's not real, but his feelings are. A fictosexual man who wed a fictional computer-synthesized pop singer 4 years ago said he's now unable to communicate with his wife, but is still in love with her. Akihiko Kondo, 38, was dating Hatsune Miku. Wait a sec. Isn't that like a famous
yes.
character?
Like a pop idol.
How could he marry her?
That's fake.
I guess you can do whatever you want. Whatever. It's not a real thing, so I guess. Depicted in pop culture as a 16-year-old with turquoise hair for a decade before they had an unofficial wedding ceremony in 2018. Kondo, one of many who identifies as fictosexual or someone who is attracted to fictional characters, spent 2 million yen, or about 17,300 on the nuptials, but his family did not attend. Now, married for 4 years, Kondo 38 said his relationship has hit a roadblock. He can no longer speak with Miku due to a technological hurdle.
So it's a picture of with her, but she is made out of plastic, I'm guessing, right?
Well, but he was talking to her in some way. So where's the hologram? They said hologram.
It's a little capsule, and then the figure is like a hologram in the capsule. I don't know.
Oh, there. So the tech is busted, and they're not chatting anymore. And
well, maybe he thought the technology could improve. Maybe
In 2017, his relationship blossomed with Miku thanks to Gatebox. The machine gave Kondo the chance to propose to Miku, and he invited his family and coworkers to the ceremony, but none of them came. But 39 people did attend, including strangers and online friends, who are also fictosexual. There are 2 reasons why I had a wedding publicly. The first one is to prove my love to Miku. The second is there are many young otaku people like me falling in love with anime characters. I want to show the world that I support them. He married the hologram, but recently was cut off from speaking with her. So the company went out of business or something? I mean, we missed the paragraph on that portion. Obviously, it must be right there. I stayed in my room for 24 hours a day and watched videos of Miku the whole time. Created a synthesized voice using Yamaha's Vocaloid. Yeah, well, whatever. I guess it's the device is malfunctioning or it's canceled or something along these lines. And he's
well, I guess I don't know where he goes from here.
What do you mean where he goes?
If you're hoping...
He's a married man, Vin.
Well, he's not. It sounds like he may... Is divorce in the picture? I don't know what...
He's a married man. You're looking at a married man.
Or maybe you're hoping another company comes along with a larger, better hologram.
That's right. Someone's going to see this story, and things are only going to get enhanced.
Wouldn't he like...
You know what he's going to have to do? Renew his vows.
Version 2?
That's right. Renew his vows.
Finn is so into...
Well, no. Why wouldn't you... it's kind of odd though. Like I guess he would be, the relationship is not only the talking is with the hologram, but the whole thing can be with all of the
The hell are you saying?
dolls or
The whole thing?
well
The full Monty?
well all he's saying is to the character, the fictional character. The character is represented through all of that.
I'm guessing the capsule represents everything because it's the thing that he interacts with the most.
The talking, yeah. But on a size thing, the one in the middle would be like even on the picture on the right, like that size is pretty
But I don't think this one talks.
no.
He needs a communication, guys.
But this one is a picture. Like he's that one
Sure.
is for pictures.
Well, it's just a plastic character, that one. He's married to multiple versions of the character.
Yes, that's the thing. You're married to the character in whatever form it takes. And in his case, there's, I guess, there's like 20 different forms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Different colors of hair, I guess, too.
I think it's always turquoise. It's just,
Different
different
shading.
renditions depending on the... I mean, he's got to buy all these things, too.
Mm-hmm.
All this memorabilia. And
It's kind of I don't know why you gotta be public with this development though. Like why did that need to be? Like he made a point to say he's not happy now.
Well, he needs the upgraded version. Someone's got to feel sympathy and go build it. People are going to reach out to him now. They're going to be like, we got the tech for you. No?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I think that's what you're hoping for with the publicity. I mean,
But
someone could build him, there's a suggestion here in the chat, someone could build him a VR app. She's in there. They're chatting for hours.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I don't
AI.
know.
Just AI.
I don't know. What's your recommendation, Will? Stick it out or divorce? Go for the real deal. What do you say?
I don't know. I mean, if he's happy about it.
No, he's not. He said he can't communicate anymore. There's a roadblock in the relationship.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Talk to developers. See what they can.
So at no point you're considering the divorce and the moving on.
Well, it just seems like he's mad about the capsule not working. Because it is working, then he would still be with her.
Okay, well, what if she pisses him off?
Like how?
He doesn't say what he likes. Tells him to get a better job.
well, we don't know. I mean, he might have
that's tough.
maxed
That's
it
tough
out.
then. I don't know.
Like I think they're limited to what they can say. It's like how long after the 20
Programmed
sentences that are
conversations. Yeah.
programmed,
Sentences. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
So does this last long term? Is there another, are they having a 40-year anniversary? Or is he bailing at some point here? Is he a traditional man? Yeah, I agree.
I don't know.
I agree with you, Will.
I'm just looking at the relationship. It's been 5 years? 2017?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This is a really hard conversation.
Apparently, yeah. You guys are.
Because there's not too much
with
context. It's like this news story is not really
They
interviewing
didn't,
him
The Gatebox
in-depth.
software was eliminating, meaning that Kondo could no longer speak with his wife Miku. Kondo insists it hasn't lessened his feelings. My love for Miku hasn't changed. He now carries around a life-size version of Miku. I held the wedding ceremony because I thought I could be with her forever. It's it's the gate box, whatever tech. It's a $1,300 machine. You can interact with characters via holograms. The relationship has taken a hit. Will it be rectified? We don't know. Will there be a separation? We don't know. It will certainly be the top story if whatever transpires.
Well, it's not Miku's fault.
The character?
Yeah.
Well, it can't be. She's a character. She's down for whatever. It's a character, right? That's how this thing works. It's Kondo himself. If Kondo goes and says, you know what? I'm out, then he's out. It's up to him.
Yeah. All right.
It's up to him. We don't know the over-under on that. Behind the covers, look at a CAT scan machine. Ooh.
Just based on this image, it's very horrific. Have you guys ever been into...
Absolutely. CAT scans, MRIs, all of it. Boom, 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 boom.
Well, they make it look really nice.
On the outside, yeah.
The fact that it has a cover over it. This is a Reddit post that shows the inner workings of it, like spinning rapidly and having no cover. So
yeah,
it's very terrifying.
Let's go.
Look at all those components. And your body's in there.
Big magnets. I'm surprised that it actually is functioning so smoothly, seemingly lacking so many components.
How fast is going?
Yeah. Is there volume? Because this sound is also...
Oh my gosh.
Everything is like so close to it too.
Play it from the beginning.
You're in a jet engine. You're lying down in a jet engine.
Imagine coming up with this technology. You're like, I know how we're going to scan people. Damn.
If that disconnects, it's
flying.
Hold on. Does it matter where you're positioned? Like your head is supposed to be...
Well, it depends what you're getting scanned.
Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah. So whatever's getting scanned has to be placed in the spinning part.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's your head right here.
So yeah, if you're getting your head scanned, you're right in there.
Oh God.
The sound is rum ding 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 ding, and you have a button. You guys have never done this before? You have a button, like an escape button, like a panic button. Otherwise, you can be in there for like half an hour, and you can't move, and it's just that noise.
Oh God.
You have cans over your ears so that it doesn't sound as bad. But you can't get over me. Is
there
it gets crazy after enough time. No, I'm telling you, man, like you kind of go into a trance. And the problem is if you fall asleep is the problem. Because you do not want to wake up with like an inch between your eyeballs and the top part of that thing.
Okay.
Because you're going to panic and you're not supposed to move either. So, so the thing is, it's no movement and
how long does it last for you?
It depends, but it could be like half an hour.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So people who are claustrophobic, they don't even bother with it. And they have to come up with like bigger size ones just to deal with those people. Or kids, they try to paint the room to make it look a little bit more, a little bit less terrifying. But the thing I don't like, you can fall asleep. I mean, there's nothing against if you stay still. But the thing I don't like is if you fall asleep, when you fall asleep and you wake up a little bit.
And see this?
I mean, that's the thing. You know that kind of panic state when if you wake up and you're out of it?
Oh boy.
Ding 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 ding.
Okay.
I'm telling you, man. Japanese railroad builds giant Gundam-style robot to fix the power lines. Ooh, now that's good. You control it with a VR headset. I think this is better than the guy's hologram. If we got to do it, right?
He marries the robot.
Yeah, it's better. It's better, man. Marry the Gundam. At least this guy's useful. Like, look at him. He's fixing a railway.
Yeah, this is really cool. So I don't know why they made it look like
Why
a
not?
cool looking robot.
Why not?
No, it's nothing wrong with it. It's just, it's like really aesthetically pleasing for doing something that's quite mundane, which is, I think, working on a railway or something.
So they needed some kind of machinery to do this, and they just did it in like a humanoid way.
Yeah.
And so it's got arms controlled by actual human arms. Wow, that's the future of combat. I think there was, I can't remember who did a music video, but you're both controlling giant robots like that and fighting.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
Probably super expensive. You're not ready to fight with that thing yet. It's just got to help out with the bridges and such.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're right. It's very pleasing to watch. Super smooth movements. It can lift up to 32 feet in the air. It's a maintenance robot. Looks a bit like Pixar's character WALL-E and moves in tandem with the motions of its human pilot, who tells it where to look and what to do. I mean, the pilot has like a visual. You have a head, you have a neck on the robot. It can lift objects up to 88 pounds in weight. So not a tremendous amount of weight. Like Vin, you can lift 88 pounds, but not to 32 feet.
And it's got VR capabilities. So it has like a little head. And it's mounted like 1-to-1 with a VR headset, which is nice.
We all like it.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff. Well done. Catepiller that takes the form of a snake when it feels threatened. Ooh. Transform into a snake-like creature in order to scare off would-be predators.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Never seen it before.
So yeah, I'm gonna just leave the audio, but
Why? Music?
well,
Let him explain.
In the world. Kind of looks like a dead stick.
Mm-hmm.
Until you annoy him.
Oh!
It turns into a perfect
Vin jumped out of his seat there.
If I saw that in real life,
puffs up those eyes.
it looks like a real
They've even got the
cobra
white
head.
spots,
That is
the
amazing.
reflections in the eyes.
That's incredible. I mean,
People are scared of these
Or not
around
cobra,
here.
like a snake head.
it's like a snake with its body chopped in half.
But the
Yeah.
thing is, it's
But it's good.
It's upside down.
If I'm a bird or whatever, I'm convinced. If I'm
Yeah.
a bird, I'm convinced.
Yeah, it's
Damn.
very cool.
They fill with air. They've even got
It looks like it has scales too.
reflections in the eyes. People are scared of these around here. You can see why, but it's
So that's a caterpillar. Amazing.
when it's upside down.
Lovely stuff.
Cool. All right, last one.
Here we have a turtle fight, which, as you probably imagine, there's some might be skeptical that turtles would fight. They seem very peaceful and typically pretty slow moving. However, some of those snapping turtles, they'll get you.
Oh yeah.
Some of those ones.
But these are not, I believe. They're just regular.
They're regular turtles.
The non.
That's like the other day when you said some guy had a regular name. You remember? You got canceled for that.
Yeah, this one doesn't look like snapping turtles.
And so they're not happy with each other. They look to be in the water here.
So you can kind of see one kind of facing off with the other. It's like drone footage, just kind of looking down. And here we go. So one's backing up.
Oh, God. Come on, is that fighting? Oh man.
Like it's got jazz hands and slapping the other turtle in the face.
Is that actually fighting? Come on. Or is this some other dance they're doing?
It's like a mating dance.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
It's good though. I mean, the clip is incredible. But the other one has no response. There's no slapping back.
Yeah,
the
they're
other
just
one
coming
seems
closer.
to not mind the slapping. They're just like, can I have some, I'm itchy. Give me another scratch. But they got eyes, I guess. They maybe have claws, so I don't know. Maybe it's fighting.
I think so because the other turtle's head is like tucked in. You don't see its head.
For protection.
Uh-huh.
What a funny creature. Just a floating blob with two slappy hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I agree. I think they could probably be more brutal if they were really upset.
Maybe mouse stuff.
Oh yeah.
If
what do
they
you
did some
mean?
mouse
I mean,
stuff.
they eat fish.
If
They can bite. Look at this slapping. There's no damage there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, shout out Gary. I agree. This is the hard-hitting journalism you signed up for, and this is why you signed up for CNN Plus, and it's why you signed up for Vin on the show, and it's why you signed up for Willie Do finding these clips in the first place. What a time to be alive. 2022. We covered it all. If there's a story out there that needs to be covered, you know that we're on it. It's every day of the week. It's earlier than ever, I think.
Yeah, we try.
And we appreciate everybody who joined. We appreciate everybody who listens live. We appreciate everybody who listens after the fact. We appreciate everybody who listens or watches the clips or even the handful of shorts that we goofed around with. Appreciate everybody who gave the super chats for the likelihood that we'll get some copyright bull crap. I'm bullish on us getting copyright bull crap.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Vin for the hologram story that he didn't really want to talk about.
No.
He liked the headline, but he didn't really want to read it.
No.
And shout out to Station for this cold brew coffee plus oat milk
It worked out?
mocha. Well, I'm still here. I'm still alive. StationColdBrew.com. Toronto company. Canadian made. I think it might have worked. See you guys tomorrow. I promise there's more turtle content.
All right.
Later.